So hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare and welcome back to Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn. We're going to do a filler episode today since I just got off streaming Genshin Impact, so we're back, but with a different game. So apparently there's some event stuff going on today that I am unawares of, so we might also do some moogle if we have moogle stuff. You're in the right town for the event. Where am I? I am in... I want to say Ul'dah? Maybe Limsa? Ooh, I need to check on my Marauder stuff too. Ul'dah, I'm in Ul'dah. You know, you say that, but I'm actually gonna pop over to Lenosha really quickly, just because there's something I need to do, because it's timed. Oh my. It's busy today. Marauders Guild. I want to see if I made captain. That is the wrong one. Aft Castle, you... Get dingus. Gotta reset my brain. You. Squadron has returned from their deployment. Pray look over the report, Commander. The mission was a success. Yay! Am I captain now? Are you keeping an eye on squad chemistry? Relationships, blah blah blah. Take precedence. Upon returning from a mission, a squad member will occasionally exhibit composition, yeah. Confirm chemistry. Congratulations, Commander. I knew our squadron was up to the task, but there's nothing quite so satisfying as seeing mission successful at the top of a report. Seems we have a visitor. Come in. Greetings. I hope I'm not interrupting anything important. Storm Marshal Slafsfrin, what do we owe this honor? I've heard the lieutenant here had returned from their mission, and I wish to speak with them in person. As you well know, there is much to trouble a soldier's heart in these trying times, yet the valor shown by you and your troops is a constant sort of inspiration for many in the Maelstrom. And after speaking with my colleagues, we've decided that a little recognition for your efforts is long overdue. A moment, if you will. For outstanding efforts in the Adventure Squadron Initiative, Captain Nightmare is hereby promoted to Storm Captain. May your deeds see the Maelstrom through the rough seas ahead. There we go. We're now captain. I believe we had this discussion in Genshin. A general, isn't there one for each squad? That's a captain! What did I tell you? I knew a promotion was in the offing, and what an honor that our squadron's success merited a personal visit from the Storm Marshal himself. Congratulations again, Commander. You have proven once again, with the right leadership, the squadron is capable of anything. Yay. I can now buy all the things. What do I do about this? Is it done? I mean, obviously I can still do, like, missions if I want treasure. This might be a better way to run it if I want to go into a dungeon completely for treasure, though at my rank, if I go in unrestricted, I could probably just breeze through it. Just want to check the seals. Alright. Can buy some stuff now. Was it materials? Armor, weapons. Oh. Morel salad? A mushroom salad. Orchestration rolls. Miniature aetherite. Anywhere that's anywhere. Now, Eorzea has an aetherite. Your estate is no exception. This is housing stuff. Storm hatchling. I think I already have one. And I think this is all stuff I can just get if I need, like, early access to certain crafting materials. Wonder if it's a British thing? What's a British thing? Alright, back to Ulda. It's a corgi. He's so cute. I also have the Ixal Beast Quest done. Ready to go for the last part, I believe. Moogle stuff. Is it the Moogle stuff? Of impish importance. Quavain is convinced that the truth is out there. Oh no. Conspiracy theorist man. This quest is available for a limited time only. Is it the Kappa quest? That eclectic attire, that distinct scent of the unknown. You, my good stranger, must be an adventurer. You have found yourself in the company of Quavain, journalist of the Nervian Truth. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Are you aware of the festivities currently underway at the Gold Saucer? They guarantee a generous MGP bonus to those who participate, but I haven't reason to believe that there is more to the celebration than meets the eye. As a writer from the premier publication on unexplained and otherworldly phenomena, I was drawn not to the promise of copious cactpots, but to the rumors of agnatic water imps that have suddenly proliferated amongst the saucer's patrons. I did see some dude in a suit when I was doing a raid to level up Black Mage. We at the Thanarian Truth have been looking to expand our investigations across the star, and the supernatural scoop presents us with the ideal opportunity. Why, have the imps made themselves known now? What do they intend to accomplish? I must cover this groundbreaking story with all due haste, but cannot hope to answer all the questions alone. Tell me, adventurer, would you aid me in my pursuit of the truth? Excellent. Then let us reconvene at the Gold Saucer's entrance square. How about you, Kupo? What do you got? Your regular tombstones. Newest? Oh, previous, in case I needed any. I still technically had some. I think I got rid of them just because there wasn't anything else that I needed at the moment. Newest. Carbuncle earrings? Oofty summons forth a hunking Oofidi. What's an Oofidi? Can I see it? No. These ones are blue. Okay, the last ones were red. Domakeen. Oh, it's a fish! Oh, cute. Close, but not a warrior with the body of a mortal and soul of a dragon. It's a goldfish, sir. Alamegan Barding. What is that? Oh, Chocobo armor. Cheerfully checkered parasol? Miscellany. I've seen a lot of people with umbrellas, but I don't know how they go about with those. Unobtained and unregistered. Hamworn map. Direwolf. Gull Foxy. Steed of Legend. I'm assuming it's a horse, then. Legendary Falcon of the Heavens. It's probably similar to the one I have, but more red. Kamui. Kamui, blessed by Lord Byaku himself. MGP Platinum card. Use to immediately add 50,000 MGP to your Manderville Gold Saucer account. Holy crap. Oh, and you can obtain a lot. Oh, that's a quick way to get MGP if you need some. I'd much rather do that than play Triple Triad. Philosopher's Stone Table. Yes. Eternal Youth in the dining table. Code of Casting. Oh, these might be something. I kind of like that, actually. Not bad. It does have a little bit of an Attack on Titan feel to it, just with the flare up here, the green color. Just like a little bit. They also have it in gray. Aiming. Scouting of aiming. Well, these are different. Feel like I have one of these. This one's not too bad as a top. I just don't know if I'd have pants to go with it. You keep selling me tops and no pants. Am I supposed to go around pantsless? Behemoth? One, currently 47th in line to be the Behemoth throne. A dinosaur. Pterodactyl. Antelope doe. Aesthetics. Modern legend. Oh, I wonder whose that one is. I know the last one was Cloud, I just don't know if this one is. To resemble the hero of the world's oldest fable. Maybe from Final Fantasy I then? If you check your achievements, you get a reward for reaching Captain. Oh. This one. I've seen this one already before. I think I have this one, don't I? Did I not get it? I don't think I did. Calls a Dommel loping to your side. I don't know what that is. Ultimate Horns? I could have sworn I got the Ultimate Horns. But they're probably in my box. Or... Oh, these are from Genesis, though. Genesis 2. And then these are Genesis 1. Ah, shit. Item exchange. But you said current. What makes them blue versus... Hang on. Duty Finder. Capo. Instantly trained with moogles. Normally it shows which one it is right now. Hello? What gets you blue versus red? Most of them, apart from the carbuncle earrings, can be gotten other ways. I just don't fully understand what separates the two. What gives me blue Genesis versus red Genesis? Yeah, I'm gonna meet Kappa Man at the Gold Saucer. I'll just go down this way. Going straight. You can't get Gen 1 anymore. Okay. It's just in case you had leftover ones. Even though for some reason it was in the current section instead of the previous section. You've arrived. Notice anything out of the ordinary? So this place is a mystery to me. Everything's out of the ordinary. Oh wait, I just realized the big cat-looking thing on the stained glass window. That's a FF7 reference. That thing, right there. It's looking at me. Squee-hee-hee! What did it just say to me? I think our creature is in costume. I really do. It has seams. Indeed. An imitation and nothing more. I hear they like cucumbers. Bring cucumbers with you. We have found the source of the rumors, but saucer imps unmasked to just normal men and women in costume? Why, that sounds more to me like a waste of good ink. It's unacceptable, worthless, unfit for consumption. No. The, not the Kappa, the windows. The creature on the stained glass windows. Gods, I grow drowsy just thinking about writing such a thing. Our readerships would be appalled. Fortunately, there is another curious lead that I wish to pursue. In doing so, we may frame our story around the current festivities, then recount the role of imps within them. Yes, that might suffice. You see, as I awaited your arrival, I questioned the attendant at the front desk as to the imp's origins. Strangely enough, I was told only a select few staff members were present during the planning stages of the affair, and fewer still know who proposed the initial idea. I was, however, informed that the staff member on the floor, a man attending to an imp, may have the information we seek. If we split up and search the saucer, we're bound to find him. I shall leave Wonder Square to you. Let us reconvene here when our rounds are complete. Yeah, I'm familiar with the kappa. It's a Japanese yokai. But they do love cucumbers. They also love either rescuing children or drowning them. There is no in-between. Yeah, but like this one's a moogle up here on the stained glass. What I was talking about was this thing right here. This is a reoccurring sort of background character in Final Fantasy VII, both for the casino and like a playground. Wonder Square. Where's Wonder Square? Wonder Square is somewhat this way? Search for the avid attendant. There. Well, met. My companion and I are delighted to make your acquaintance. He cannot speak like you or I, but I assure you he is oh so fond of making new friends on this joyous, impish occasion. What's the occasion, you ask? Why, the March of the Imps, of course. 'Tis a fresh new take on your annual celebration here at the Gold Saucer, as suggested by one of our staff. When we first received word of it, we were rather baffled by the concept, but it seems we have left a positive impression on our guests. To present our patrons with the most engaging experience possible, we've outfitted our attendants with impish attire. These costumed imps are free to frolic about the saucer and bring joy to those they meet, with an adorable squee and a kapapa. Quite imps, one might ask, and they would have a good reason to do so. Alas, I myself was never told the exact reasoning. But if you are keen to learn more of the march, I know just the imp who can assist you. He's the one who coined the idea for it, after all. I last saw him on the second floor of the Manderville Lounge. He may yet still be there if you hurry. Yeah, when I was logging into, I saw availability for an item that gave you a Manderville head. If he should speak to you in the impish tongue, you needn't fret. He's particularly unique, even amongst his brethren, and he makes his intentions quite clear to those not yet versed in imp speak. Okay, so I think he said up. Manderville Lounge. Maybe it's this way. Not used to this place yet. Oh yeah, it's totally gonna be up there, never mind. One of them left to go right to Crystal Tower Striker. Have these all unlocked, right? Yeah, all but the minion square. The imposing imp. Which may be Manderville himself? I don't know. Somebody with rippling abs and no pants. Squee. Kappa. Kapapa. Though you feel as if there's been some grave misunderstanding, the imposing imp suddenly entrusts you with a set of impish attire. His piercing gaze reaches into the very depths of your soul, and you somehow come to understand what he was trying to tell you. Go forth, my stalwart apprentice. You have a sinking feeling that the imp will not provide you with the information you require until you have completed his task. It is now your solemn duty to don the impish attire and entertain the patrons in the event square. You may continue wearing this costume you must continue wearing this costume in order to progress. Speak with the imposing imp to restore or prolong the garment change. Ah. I mean, not all of me fits. but kudos for getting around the horns. I feel like if I was actually wearing this, there'd be little protrusions like right here, just with my horn sticking out. Okay, where am I going? Oh, well, I can't teleport while I'm... I see. Part Kappa, part Aura. It must be hot in the thing, I bet. Although some of them, the more puffed up ones, I've seen a lot that look like a big puffy Pikachu or an Eevee, but they have them for other mascot characters as well. There's actually an airflow going into those. That's how they remain so inflated. Wow, you're one of those mascots. You must know all about the prizes here, right? I saved lots and lots of MGP, but I'm not sure what to exchange it for. Why not exchange it for a water imp? Am I supposed to annoy people or actually talk? How come we could talk? Senior Sub-Pretender doesn't talk. Why can't you be like him? Oh no, I messed it up. You seem to have frightened the young girl. Perhaps you could try a different approach. Squeehee! Aren't you cute? If only I could take you home with me. Oh, I know. They have little imps that look just like you at the prize counter. Daddy, I want a water imp. Let's go get one, please. Pretty please. Alright. Mascots don't talk, I guess. I wasn't aware that there were other employed mascots like this, otherwise I would have known not to talk, but, didn't realize until it was too late. I thought if I did a squeaky, she would look at me funny. And be like, why are you behaving that way? I asked you a question. I didn't know I was supposed to go full Disney. Mascot-loving maiden. Oh, hello there. You must be the new mascot that's been marching about. Some manner of imp, was it? I like your hat. Head thing. It's a lily pad. Kapapa! I like the principle of imp technology. What technology? It's a lily pad. How precious. If I was a bit afraid to chat with you at first, but you're much friendlier than I imagined. First Senior Sub-Pretender and now you. Would that I never had to leave the saucer. I could spend the rest of my days surrounded by adorable creatures like you. You could get a job here. Not only then do you get to spend all your time with adorable critters, but you also get paid. Cool idea, no? Here we go, pitiable patron. Judging by the eccentric attire, I'm going to assume you work here. I guess? Tell me which of these attractions aren't stacked against me. I've lost nearly all my MGP today, and I need to find a way to earn it back somehow. I'm not allowed to talk, so I'll just say squee. Which seems like a comfort. Yeah, I'm doing a comfort pat. Was that your way of consoling me? As if I need pity from an oversized frog. Still, I appreciate the sentiment. Luck may not be on my side, but it's nice to know that someone else is. Your Impish antics have brought joy to the saucer's patrons. Return to the imposing imp and inform him of your success. Yes, the imposing imp, totally not God-brand whatsoever. Which is... Dear God, on the other side of... Why can I not teleport in this thing? I feel like seeing a Disney mascot just running around the park at max speed would be somewhat terrifying. Alright, stairs. You think sub-attenders are actually saboteurs? What, for, like, pronunciation? I did just squeak. Kapapa. The imposing imp appears downcast, as if he was expecting someone else. Perhaps it would be best to remove your impish attire. Kappa. You aren't literally a kappa, are you? Or are you just a crazy person? In the ephemeral moments that the imposing imp's gaze meets yours, you are overcome with a mysterious sense of obligation and realize what he is trying to tell you. Let us continue our discussion at the entrance square. In-universe? Is Saboteur a character? Because if so, I don't remember him. I'm so sorry. Ah, there you are. Loath as I am to admit it, my search for the one behind this event has yielded little success. Regardless of my results, it's plain to see that the imps are well loved by all, but I cannot write an article on that fact alone. How did you fare, my honorary assistant? Oh, he is here. Oh, 'tis a pleasure as always to see you at the saucer. The Godbert Manderville? Never did I think I'd meet a member of the Syndicate face to face. Surely you of all people must know who proposed the idea of this event. Your generous deeds on this day have not gone unnoticed, so I believe an explanation is in order. It was I who proposed the idea for the festivities, as a matter of fact. Perhaps you are already aware, but we employ a void scent known as Typhon here at the Gold Saucer. You employed him? Summoning into this world by the Thaumaturge's Guild. Thaumaturges. I need to stop saying Thaumaturge. I said it as a joke and now it won't leave my... now it won't need my lexicon. The Thaumaturge's Guild. He is a diligent soul who utilizes his formidable fungas to our patrons' benefit. It was not long after I hired Master Typhon that I became acquainted with a high-ranking member of the guild. Through him, I learned of a curious spell from ages past, known only as Imp. Oh, this did used to be a spell! True to its name, the spell transforms the target into the very beings you have espied marching about the saucer. Master Ultros is proficient in the very same spell. Mayhap you fell victim to it during your encounter atop the dragon's neck. He oft refers to imps as his buddies, and pals, in fact. Yeah, it was a status element in previous Final Fantasies. I found myself quite enamored with these adorable creatures, and sought to answer the questions that yet lingered in my mind. Where did these imps come from? And how did their spell fall into the hands of man? I pored through what few resources were available on the subject, yet I could not find a definitive answer. Heartbreaking though it was, I left with no choice but to leave the creature's lineage shrouded in mystery. Nevertheless, I could not allow their history to fade into obscurity. When it came time to decide the theme of our annual festivities, I crafted the impish attire based on my findings, and proposed a celebration in their honor. You utilized the costumes, not only to entertain, but to educate others as well, and with that, the full story is laid bare. Indeed, though I know not if such a conclusion will prove ideal for the Thanarian truth. I feel a story coming on. Myth made manifest at the Gold Saucer. Thaumatological history reveals Imp's mystery. Ah, yes, this is the scoop I seek. It's as Master Manderville says, much about these imps remains an enigma, but they have brought countless smiles to the gold saucer. Readers shall doubtless want to learn of their existence, as well as the event that brought these few facts to the fore. Such passion and drive to shed light upon the unknown is a fascinating tale, one that I shall do my utmost to depict. Oh, that's the spirit, lad. It'll be an honor to see our imps grace your publication's pages. I look forward to reading on your account in the coming days. So can we, like, transform them back, though? This young man's story will doubtless bring all the more attention to the March of the Imps, so I must express my thanks to the spirit of celebration. With the set of impish attire, of course. You have my deepest gratitude as well, adventurer. Inspiration calls, and I must away to make these ideas a reality. But your contributions were trivial to this discovery. You're more than deserving of a reward. Yeah, technically Lotad and his line in Pokemon are Kappas as well. A job well done, my friend. The festivities shall be underway for some time yet, so I hope you will not squander the opportunity to enjoy this moment of respite and march with our fellow imps. They accept being paid in cucumbers. They really, really like cucumbers. I cannot stress that enough. If you want to befriend instead of dead, bring vegetables. Here we go, we get the suit. Imp head, imp suit. So are these people okay? Do they need me to cast, like, an undoing spell? Do I have a Zuna in here somewhere? And he's gone. Mission impossible complete. Godbird is such a weird man. He really is. But I enjoy his presence whenever he comes up. There's something else going on in here, too. What's this? How does thou... Oh, it's you. Open tournament official? Welcome to the Card Square, a hallowed battlefield for Triple Triad devotees from across the realm. Speak with the Triple Triad Master and the head of the Sanctum, and she will introduce you to the rules of the game. Probably has to do with other things. Speaking of... How does one go about unlocking the... There was something here a second ago. Unlocking another floor? Entries for the special limited time event are now closed. That's probably what it was. Gold saucer. Is it the goblet? No. Yes? No. There's one of these that I haven't unlocked yet. It is the minion square, apparently, and I don't entirely know where it is. We could probably get there from Chocobo Square. That's right, you! I remember you! You lead people to the minion square. Out on a limb. Some sort of little Chocobo minigame. Finer, minor. This person's attuning too. There we go. Now I have access to the Aetherite. You've attuned yourself to all the Aethernet shards in the Manderville Gold Saucer. Huzzah. Okay. Next. Navigator's Brand? Best of Brewer's Beacon. I forget what this is. Beast of Brewer's Beacon, excuse me. Oh, that's fishing. That won't be for a while because I don't have high enough gear to reel in this fish. Odin, Gale Force. Greatest Story Never Told. Right, I was doing that. Is there any other time stuff I need to know about? In the meantime, we can go to... check on the Ixel. So now there's Moogle Dungeons. I don't know if there's more to it than that. Change to Alchemist. Standing at the helm. Greetings, Bren. With the Ceruleum engine now integrated, the Dazel Qualan is entering its final stages of construction. Not long now. Not long at all. Once the airship is proven skyworthy, the field of aeronautics will never be the same again. There is, however, another favor I would ask of you. Are you familiar with Geralt, the master weaponsmith who resides in Hristmill? We will have need of his legendary smithing talents if we're to complete our steering mechanism, the helm of the Dazel Qualan. Only he can properly combine and align the necessary components. Pray take these materials to Geralt and request that he aid us in our endeavor. At Hristmill. Isn't he the drunk guy who builds my relic weapon? The next event is the Dragon Quest one in June. Oh, I've been looking forward to that one. I love slimes. I know there's a hat slime. I wish there was like a little minion that followed you around. Just the little blue slime. I wish. What do you want now? The Jalzam bloke come calling again, did he? Well, I ain't got the patience for no mystery rubbish today. My head feels like a kettle with some bastards trying to pound the dents out of. And yet you still are pounding the steel, so apparently your headache ain't that bad. Pay no mind to Master Geralt. His temper is as short as his night of carousing was long. Now, what do you have that needs mending? A kettle? A cookpot? Nothing of the sort? Well, if you don't mind dealing with an apprentice, I should be happy to hear the details of your request. Because, woo, hello. Ah, Kappa. Wait, no, you're not a Kappa, you're a Tonberry. Yeah, there's like the parasols, I mean. Really quickly. Actions and traits. Main commands. Minions. Yeah, see, ta-da, yokai! Thought I would just prove it. This is the fastest way to do so. So, ta-da! Now then, what manner of task has brought you to our humble forge? Money. Custom-made helm to fit a new breed of airship. Tricky. I can understand why you seek Master Geralt's expertise. Though he is first and foremost a forger of weapons, the masterpieces he creates demand a flair of innovation and eye for the minutest of details. Should he turn his hand to crafting your vessel's helm, then I can promise you that the end result will be unparalleled quality. As you have witnessed, however, the Master's present demeanor falls somewhere short of amiable. Beyond the threat of debt collection, there is little that will convince him to take up his hammer. Harry likes money. Are you yourself not an artisan of some skill? Then allow me to suggest that you take a portion of these materials and mix some batches of the finest protective varnish you can manage. The sight of such painstaking workmanship should serve to stir the embers of professional curiosity within Master Geralt's soul. Despite his grumbling, he is not one to back down from a challenge. Here, I shall return to you your materials. Collect the tools of our meager workshop and be at your disposal. Access to crafting. Synthesize helm components. Okay. It's fastest to look at it this way. Armorcraft, goldsmithing, alchemy. Fall Guys 1 is coming back again too. I wonder if they have something new in store for Fall Guys then. Whew. What the? Must have been Udo there. She must have had a dog. Yeah, these ones too, you have to make good quality, so it takes me a second. With the amount of time this has taken, I'd probably recommend being at least level 30, though, to craft these. It says 15, but be 20 to 30 if you want the good quality. You've completed your components, then pray show the results to Master Javolt. You should somehow misplace your handiwork between here and there. I shall be happy to once again lend you the use of our facilities. Well, he is literally right there, so hopefully I'm not so drunk as he that I fall flat on my face and ruin them all. Oh, thank the gods that Drink Demon Smitty stopped using me head as an anvil. Huh? Still bloody here, are ya? I swear to the 7 Hells. I can probably take this off now that I'm no longer in the gold saucer. What's this then? Made these while I was trying not to puke on my apron, did ya? Fine bit of work. I never pegged you for an artisan, but even with this level of skill, you still felt the need to come to old Jolt, huh? So what's the job? You want to take this handiwork of yours and make a steering mechanism for your flying boat, is that it? Alright, I'll do it. I know that fire in your eyes, and bugger me if I don't respect it. Might be as I'll need some time to get the work done, though. I don't fancy making finicky adjustments until the fog of booze is good and gone. Once I'm satisfied it's ready, though, I'll have the finished parts delivered to your shipyard. Okay, that's probably more to do with our final weapon. Which I'm getting there. One bloody piece at a time, I swear. Sometimes you literally have to sit in an area forever to get it to spawn. I do clear out some of the other fates to get it to rotate faster, but even then it can take hours. Why did they make it specific ones? Why? Bren, you're back. Master Javolt agreed to the task. Excellent, excellent. I can think of no other major barriers preventing us from completing the Dazel Qualan. An airship? Sky pirates? Question mark? All blades stand ready to begin the extraction. Spare no mercy for those feathered savages. Can I change outfits, please? Who comes barging into Sazel's camp? Remember inviting armed thugs to lunch. Sazel does not. Save your indignation, beastmen. You'll roast for kidnapping Master Tataramu. Oh, these are your guys. Tell him to stand down. Kidnapping? See you any shackles around his ankles? Free as a bird. Oh, this is him speaking. Free as a bird. Tataramu is. Tataramu, please say something. How did you even find me here? How many times must I tell you to leave me be? Enough of this petulant nonsense, Tataramu. Father? Father. Ah, chief of Highwind Skywist clan you must be. This is the workshop for which you've caused so much fuss. There are no proper tools, no materials. Why, it barely qualifies as a dumping ground for our factory's refuse. That's because I have to go out and make everything, and collect materials myself, stir. What is it you wish to do, boy? If you wish to tinker with airships, the company has them in abundance. I'll have Coulson arrange for one of those new Garland Ironworks models to be docked in a spare hangar. No, Father, you don't understand. This is not some game or idle pursuit. Call my campground for dumping refuse, do you? Shove Cerulean hose up Chairman's backside, Sazelwood. If already there, broomstick wasn't. He says you have stick up ass. What foul company you've been keeping. These birdmen have obviously deceived you. Do you honestly believe such brutish creatures capable of building a functional airship? See for yourself. You are the one guilty of deceit. The Ixal are the reason we're able to take to the skies in the first place. Why do you insist on hiding the truth? Are you so afraid of damaging the company's reputation? Or are you simply too proud to admit that we've borrowed the knowledge of beastmen savages? Fear and pride can only weigh us down. Only by casting aside such ballast can we truly reach the heights of which we are capable. I'll not stand here and be lectured by my own child. Cease this impudence at once. Sir, we really must be away. There are those 2 items of business in Limpsa Laminsa that require your attention, followed by a dinner engagement with Councillor Turston at the Coral Tower. Yes, yes, we're almost done here. Bring my son. If he decides to struggle, there's no need to be overly gentle. A small dose of discipline will do him good. Father, you cannot do this. Please listen to me. I can change forms, you know. I can go back to being a badass and punch people in the face. Harm Tataramu you will not. Stab you first with feathers, then pluck you, then roast you, Sazel will. Makes me wonder if we'll be capable of finishing this ship. Also from underneath it looks like an owl. Gone Tataramu is, taken, strangled and stomped on his dreams were. For first time in Sazel's life, wish to harm featherless one, Sazel does. Share with them secrets of balloons, and now think they own skies, they do. Dazel Qualan stays grounded. Integrate final components we cannot. Patience now. Wait and hope for Tataramu's return we must. Occupy ourselves with crafting needed parts. But if Chairman sets foot into Cattle Nine's camp again, stuff into sack and beat bloody with tree branch, Sazel will. I will join. Receive respected reputation with Cattle 9. Oh, there might be one more then. New daily quests are available. Further, you now have access to a wider selection of wares. Okay, so it's not done. Vendor also offers whales in exchange for Ixali oak knots. You obtain in the course of your adventures. Yeah, this one looks like a turtle. Thanks to your diligent efforts, the Dazel Qualan now has a functional steering mechanism. Continue assisting the Cattle 9 to see the airship hybrid reach completion. Fly higher than any other is a Cattle 9's dream, but before we can fly, make wings we must. Okay, so that one... Okay, we're only at respected. My bad, I thought it was going to be the last one, but it was not. So I need to spend a few more days doing that, because it is daily quests. Seriously, let me go back into this form. Let me kick ass. Okay, what else we got? I know we got moogle stuff. What is this? Gale Force warning. No. No, that's Garuda Extreme. Not today! I need better equipment. Alright, moogle up. There's a lot of MacOS. Well, it's a in between. It's a filler episode, so let's talk to post to Moogle. We got 3 more. Whack-a-mole.
Well, if it isn't my accomplished assistant, you truly could not have become at a better time. It's just the perfect assignment for you. This parcel here must be delivered to one Marset, the naturalist doing research on fauna at the Dunstan Spire in the Central Shroud. Brains, beauty, grace. Why, I envy you for being able to bask in her brilliance. Sadly, my supervisory duties demand that I remain in this spot. Anyhow, you might want to hurry with that package, and try not to mind the smell, Kupo!
What's in it? What do you mean mind the smell? Is it kimchi? I want kimchi. I got my mom hooked on this stuff, and now every grocery run where I'm unable to get the ingredients, she just gets angry that there's no kimchi. I need kimchi. You there, Research Assistant 62. Oh, it's you. Or was it 26? Who even cares what your number is? You're late, late, late. Hand over my package at once. Your nose tells you whatever hides wrapped within this package has seen better days. 18 more? I wonder if they're available in the Realm Reborn, though. Yes, come to me, my... What in the 7 hells is this? Apricot? If this is your idea of a joke, my next experiment will be to measure how many lightning sparks can fit up your worthless arse. What is with today and people wanting to shove things up my... It's... Hobraut, Professor, with a silent... Silence! Hafty Toe, you should fall to your knees and thank the 12 that I deign to address you by name at all. Now answer me. What in the name of Nofika's teats am I supposed to do with this rubbish? I swear, Professor, I placed the order exactly as... This is raw mole meat, hull no. I asked for live mole. Living. As in what you won't be doing and what I'm through with you. Research Assistant number 832. Time to prove that you are the only one around here worth your weight in gooboo droppings. How much are gooboo droppings worth? My current research project is a study of behavior of those troublesome talpids, moles, to a layman such as yourself. You need not concern yourself with the specifics of my research, which would be far beyond your feeble mind. You need to know that I require 1 live mole pup, and I require it now. The blank stare on your face tells me that you lack even the common knowledge that the royal plantations of Uldar are known to be infested with the filthy creatures, and that any half-wit botanist who works there could educate you as to how to capture one. I'm not making myself clear, Research Assistant 777. You, the royal plantations, a live mole pup, to me, now. Right, I got it like the first explanation. Jeez, calm down. Tooth whack-a-mole. Also, these die instantaneously, so yeah, I need to speak to a dude first. Otherwise, I may need to, if I need to lower its HP to something reasonable, I might need to switch to a class that's less likely to insta-kill. Just go around. All of them are in a Realm Reborn? Oh dear! Well, it makes for good filler, I guess. Kupo's not doing his job. Looking to nab yourself a mole, are you? You hear no argument from me. Cute little buggers, but leave them to their own devices and they're more than happy to eat us out of house and home. Fortunately, there's more belly than brains. Simple enough to snag one that you have the right tools. First of all, you're going to thwart this set of bundle weeds at the top of the mole holes. Then take this flintstone and set the weeds aflame. Smoke will flood the tunnel, and the moles will come bursting to the surface for a breath of fresh air. It seems a little bit cruel, but I also understand if you have no food, you can't eat. Mind you, I said moles plural. Your little pup won't put up much of a fight, but his mother won't be so keen to part with her young. You'd best brace yourself for a fight. Yeah, a more humane way to do it is just to put some bath salts, like, what do you call them in the UK? What does Lush sell? Bath bombs? Grind one of those up and put a little bit in a tray and keep them around your garden. They're completely harmless, so they're not poisonous. They just don't like the smell. Fury of the hold mole. Wait, no. Can I grab it? No, I probably gotta... Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Epsom salts. Sir, Epsom salts in the future. A much more humane way of dealing with this. They hurt nothing. They just don't like the smell of it. Sort of like peppermint, by the way. Ants don't like peppermint. It's currently ant infestation season around here. Just smear a little peppermint around the corners where they tend to come in. It doesn't hurt them. They just don't like the smell. Sultana Manamo mentions the field maintains these fields to provide for the poor. It is the wealthy, however, who end up purchasing our produce. Ulda, I have so many words for you. Alright, baby mole delivery. Is this why you didn't want to take the job, Kupo? Were you afraid of the scientist and what she'd make you do, so you pawned it off onto me? Why you are the crystal's favorite, I will never know. Research assistant, whatever your number was, I swear to the gods, if you've come back empty-handed, I'll use you for my next research specimen. Well, look at this! A mole pup. A scrawny little runt if I ever saw one. It looks almost underdeveloped, like a fetus. But what can I say? My experience with certain research assistants has left me with a soft spot for half-wits, monsters, and ugly things. Wait a minute. His feet. Is he unconscious? His feet are just over here. But don't worry, my misshapen beauty. I'll be very, very gentle. Apricot, you'd best be taking notes. Jesus, woman! Professor, what are you doing to the poor beast? This is heaven's hell with you, I say! In Nofika's name, Professor, have mercy! Jesus, woman! I invoke that name and I don't even go here. And once again, my hypothesis proves true. At least it's okay. Have you never found it strange that despite spending the better part of their lives in tunnels beneath the soil, moles possess unusually large eyes? Actually, most of the moles here no longer have eyes. But yeah, that would be weird. Of course you haven't, because you possess the mental faculties of a dimmer-than-average dormouse. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that I have. My self-styled teacher, Ateluine, posited that their eyes grew large, that they might see their prey in the darkness, but I thought, no, I knew different. I theorized that their eyes, regardless of their size, were nigh useless, that they did not see, but rather felt the vibrations around them to identify potential prey and foes. Yeah, opossums do that too. They're actually really bad at eyesight. Did you see how the mole pup, its eyes still shut, squealed and squirmed in abject terror as I rained blows down all around him? Once again, it is proven. Ateluine is a fool, and the student has surpassed the teacher, or, it could hear. I would retain the pup for further study, but I have another mole that has outgrown its usefulness. Consider it yours. What should you do with it? How should I know? Burn it? Vivisect it? Skin it and eat it for all I care. Just get it and yourself out of my sight. Research calls. Oh, I get a mount. a very weird baby mount. Weird guinea pig obtained. We'll nurse and try to find potential home. With your successful delivery, your reputation as a letter carrier has grown. This woman is evil. Anyway. You now summon the mole minion. Despicable you. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Even the game is side-eyeing me. Alright, back to the Nosha. More Coupeau. Coupeau is this way. The captain of her heart. So the trust of the diminutive deputy post moogle. For this you would gladly risk the roughest cutthroats and outer Nosha. Yes, you would.
All the realm knows the deputy post moogle has nothing but confidence in his assistance. I shall entrust you with a letter so important they had to cross the T twice, Kubo. The letter is for the Maelstrom Sergeant at Camp Overlook. Pirates, pirates everywhere. Terribly exciting and terribly dangerous. I love my R's and mateys as much as the next moogle, but I have pressing duties elsewhere, Kubo. The Sergeant's sweetgrail is scarier than most. Why, I used to vanish right into thin air whenever she turned her bloodshot eyes my way. Thanks to aspiring carriers like yourself, I need to do that again, Kubo. You will take the letter to Sergeant Oh So Scary. Are we understood, Kubo?
Okay, she is... Oh, she's way out here. For some reason I thought she was going to be the woman who drinks up by the maelstrom. It's you. I feel like we've spoken before. Delivery. Is that what they're calling it now, sweet thing? Oh, a letter, huh? Thanks. Useful things, better than Creamer's rum for putting me to sleep. Give it here. The letter addressed to Storm Sergeant of the Red Swallows unit stationed at Camp Overlook. No thank you, I've taken up farming. Curse you, matey, and your goddamn letter. Rip it in half and water it with piss. See if something grows. Farmin', he says. Farmin', he chooses over the Red Swallows. God damn him and his shrinking violet balls. Now, where are my manners? Left him on land when I went to sea. Came back and the swivin' things had waited a fortnight before going off with someone else. I got reasons to take the news hard, treacle tart. We don't got enough men. Or women, mind ya. Now going to recruit just about anybody, though. We bein' the meanest, nail-chewingest levy in the whole damn maelstrom. No offense and all, but we ain't interested in a sugar skull like the one atop your shoulders. You'd be surprised, don't judge a book by its cover. So out came the paper and ink and went to them letters to likely roughnecks that went retired from privateerin', and not by way of the scaffold. No, no, and more no. That was the last but one. As for the last one, the bloodthirsty bitch should have been here long for now. Set out for the mill to bring some lumber to camp when yet another salt hound, they said. Sweet face or no, you've got land sense, you do. Oi, and do us good turn, eh? I'll wager the miniature marauder ran into a spot of trouble out near the floatin' city. Help him out and I may start feeling grateful-like. Not too far away, actually. Oh, and she gave me shit. How very dare, madam. I can just tank this. I gotta remember in this form, orange circles don't always mean much. You took me kill. You didn't even ask. Now don't be like that, Captain. You was pressed, you know that. I'd say that deserves our thanks, at the least.
The bloody bastard took my kill. I like being pressed. Sends a tingle up my thighs, it does. If you want to thank the bastard for saving your knickers from a right soilin', you go on and be my swivin' guest.
I apologize. The captain has never been one for social graces, what with all the killing and marauding. Do you not see the axe? Thank you kindly from both of us for lending a hand.
You've the look of a fine killer, though. Sharing slaughter's not as bad when your shadow's an appetite for carnage.
Well, if salt ain't sweet, the captain don't usually have a good word for anyone outside our humble crew. I feel like I'm getting hit on and insulted at the same time by two people now. Sergeant Swagrill sent you? Why, that's another surprise. She's not the sort to watch the clock hands. But Rattata's your miniature marauder, sure as salt.
We haven't much truck with time. Down at the mill, poor maid's mill, abandoned it was, when we saw town settled in it to make a new life.
Oh wait, that's not her talking, it's him. When a salt town settled in it to make a new life. A ghost town? No, adventurer. For old pirates, the only ghosts are out on the open water. And even for not-so-old pirates, like that one. Oh, I know what they call her. Rabid Rattata, mad dog at the mill. And they ain't wrong, but... she got nothing but fighting in her blood, which is why I worry. 'Twas the captain's idea to clean our hands of reaving and start a new life at the mill. Damn it. Now I've gone and put her in one of her moods. Time to haul anchor. We're for Camp Overlook, adventurer. And back to camp we go. Ahoy, adventurer. You was a big help. Back Nim-wise, thank you. Can you believe Sergeant Swagrill offered the captain a berth in the Red Swallows? Now, if only she had the sense to say yes.
Oi, there you are. Got my lumber, thanks to you. But not my recruit. Weren't forsaken for farmin'. That's some swiving comfort, but bugger if I know why she said no. Got her hackles up, that one. Mama always said every dog needs a little pettin' and a little treatin'. A bit o' knacking cake from a new friend? Might do, might do. How about it, sweet thing? Are you ever taking it to her? You took my kill. I don't like that, but you fought the Salthound, so yes, have my ear until you grow tired of ye. You demand adventurers are all alike. More words than sense. Well, if your words you wish to waste, waste 'em on the stove door. He's thrice the patience of all his hounds combined.
Not interested, huh? Think well of her if you can. The captain is what made her, like as not. The captain is what we made her, like it is not, sorry. Her mama's got her chest stove and boarding a mechanism. And the very next moon, what does her papa do but make a right mess at the steps of some rathskeller? And she's but a swaddling babe, born on a pirate ship, raised up by pirates, worth no life for a child. I can still see her toddling along the gun deck, or swinging her axe with the blunt edge. Didn't say blunt for long, though. And never another child to play with. We should have put her ashore for fostering, but we hadn't the heart to. Got nothing but maraudering in her veins, We tried to show her how other folk live, draw her out bit by bit. Before we knew it, she gutted the former captain and taken his place at the fore. I'd be lying if I didn't say parts of me feels it'd be good for her to join the Red Swallows, though we'd be heart-sore to lose her. She'll have her battles, make boon companions. She'd be a swallow instead of a dog. As for us, we'll find ourselves a new captain. We always do. You wasn't scared of Rattata that way most are. That's why she liked you. I know it. Can you talk to her again? You'll find her near the floating city. She likes the air there, and the prey. Well, maybe it's because we're both a little bit feral. Heck, the only lie in that is the little bit part.
You again. I could kill you. I can kill most things if I'm in the mood. Let me serve it to you straight like. I don't need them red swallows. 'Tis them what needs me all. I know me men call me rabid. Does it look like I care wit and a half? I know I ain't the sick one. Dogs is loyal. I kill for them salthounds. I kill for me family. I don't ken what when swallows kill for. That's sick if you ask me. Maybe I'd kill you for some time. That might be the right agreeable. Enough words. I'm heading home. You keep that gob of yours clapped, or I'll find a dead rat to stuff it with.
I won't tell your secret. I mean, if he joined, she'd probably come with us, but... Any luck, adventurer? The captain has uttered a word since she came back from Nim. Let me guess. The dog won't fly, huh? It breaks my heart to see her be calmed like this. A young lady shouldn't be holed up at the hamlet with nothing but axes for company. I suppose she ain't no young girl anymore. Well, we best be on our way. Back to the poor maid's mill. Give Sergeant Swagirl my apologies. Fare thee well, fellow small gremlin. Sweet navigator, no, no, and no. If one swallow don't make a summer, what's no swallow make? All that work and not one recruit won. Still, if Rattata's there, we won't have to worry none about the mill. Not even a kobold's brain blown enough to take the place when she's about. Not the finest hour of the red swallows. Swive 'em that don't know what they're missin'. Mayhap I need to rethink our recruiting standards. 7 hells. Lower 'em a bit, try out a few weaklings. Real sully bubbles. Might work if I can get the swallows to take it easy on the sweetlings. Maybe train 'em separate like for a while. Try as I might, I don't see it working. Be like putting tar in a grog, calling it as good as. Just going to have to divvy up extra duties. Be patient. There we go. Mail delivered. Your successful delivery, your reputation as a letter carrier has grown. Alright. Back to Kenosha. Oh, not that. Limsa. Lower decks. To be fair, they're not super long. There's only one left, though. I wonder if it unlocks when I finish this one, or if I need to finish other quests to get them to unlock. Answers that question. I could have sworn Sweet Words was the next one. Sweet Words, Shadowy Dealings. Deputy Post Moogle has a letter requiring delivery to a dashing band of players. Yeah, they also are kind of funny quests.
If it isn't my favorite assistant, Kupo, brace yourself, for today I have a task for you that will have all of the fair maidens in Gridania green with envy. This letter in my paw is addressed to none other than Homunculi. You are familiar with the... Oh, homunculi. I'm so dumb. The homunculi. You are familiar with the homunculi, yes? The traveling troupe of troubadours renowned for stirring the seeds of passion of the realm over. Ever since the recent performance in Gridania, their popularity has gone through the roof, Kupo! I have handled hundreds of fan letters in the past fortnight alone. Kupo? This particular epistle seems to be from a trader in Uda. A matter of business, mayhap? All the more reason that it must be delivered to Gridania with haste. You will find the band and its leader, Augustinel, rehearsing at their next performance at the Great Loam Growery.
To Gredania, then. Okay, let us go topside. Oh, at first I thought those were other players. My bad. The lilting melody I've composed... words. Melody I've composed is guaranteed to melt the heart of any maiden who hears it. Mark my words. Would you mind treading a bit more quietly? We're creating works of musical genius here, if you haven't noticed. The streams. They're tying into each other. I'm Augustinel, vocalist and leader of the Homunculi, a lyrical genius, the likes of which this realm has never seen before. And you, no doubt, are one of my innumerable fans. If you've come seeking my autograph, I ask that you return when our rehearsal is done. See. Yeah, you're a dude. A thick envelope addressed simply to the Homunculi, a popular band of traveling bards, infamous for siring bastards in all towns that they tour. What the hell? Super bards. A letter. Don't tell me. You've taken on a second career as a messenger, that you might afford tickets to our next performance. Most admirable, friend. Most admirable indeed. It's probably child support. Has our new contract arrived, perchance? I'm ever so looking forward to sharing our gift of music with Eorzeans the realm over. Our ballads and lays shall sweep the land, and a new chapter in the legend of the Homunculi will be writ. That said, it's a touch bittersweet. It is the only through my Senta's patronage that we stand where we are today. Did I hear my name? What might I do for you today, Augustinel? Looking to procure a new garb for your next performance, mayhap? My dearling Mycenta, just the lady we were hoping to see. The Homunculi have a most important announcement to make, and I felt you should be the first to know. To put it simply, we're taking our show on the high road. The Homunculi have made arrangements for a musical tour that will span from the peaks of Kurthus to Thanalan. Gotta remember it's pronounced Kurthus. Why, our long-sought dream realized at last. I truly could not be happier for you. Needless to say, as your patrons, Black Rabbit Traders will gladly provide you with funds for the momentous undertaking. That said, recent events have thinned our coffers some, but worry not. I shall return and meet with my superiors immediately. I can promise that you'll be able to depart within the next moon. The sentiment is welcome, my darling, but that will not be necessary. A trader from Mulda has promised us all the gil we need. We leave on the morrow. I'm afraid there is another rub. Our new backers desire to be the sole and singular patrons of the Homunculi. That never goes well. Our relationship with the Black Rabbit Traders has been a mutually beneficial one, but I fear that it must come to an end. What? You cannot mean this! Mycenta, my dear, we are forever in your debt for all that you have done for us, and yet, you must understand, the gift we would share with the realm is far too great to tarry here any longer. Parting is always such sweet sorrow, and yet the pain would only be greater were we to linger on. We will treasure the memories we have made forever, but the road calls us onward. Of course it's Ul'dah. Of course. Corruption and money? In Ul'dah? Say it ain't so. As ever, the words flow from your lips like honey. Very well. If this is the choice you have made, who am I to stand in your way? I say only this. This tour of yours has been the greatest show Eorzea has ever seen. As your first and foremost admirer, I will settle for nothing less. It will be that and more, you have my word, my dear. Adventurer, I would like to have a word with you. Meet me beneath the bridge by the Leatherworkers Guild, and speak to no one of our conversation. Twas Mycenta herself who first proposed the idea of sharing the gift of song with the realm. The decision was a painful one, but business is business. Okay. Oh wait, I can't teleport from here. Duh. There you are.
Thank you for coming, adventurer. Let us delve straight into the matter at hand. You know that I serve as consignor of the Black Rabbit Traders, yes? It's a proposition which is about as glamorous as it sounds, which is to say, not very. There was a time when I entertained the thought of leaving it in search of a more fulfilling line of work. Then one day, I happened upon them. Their music was enchanting, and their countenances even more so. But the garb they wore, my dearly departed great-grandmother wouldn't be caught dead in those garish rags. And so I proposed an offer. Black Rabbit Traders would clothe the homunculi in our finest garb, and pay a sum sufficient to keep their instruments in good fettle. In return, their performers would serve to promote our wares. It was a relationship that exceeded the wildest expectations of all involved. Gridanians flocked to their performances, and business at the Black Rabbit Traders burgeoned. It was a dream come true for all. A dream I thought would last forever. But I assure you this is no self-centered grudge. The sudden offer is most troubling. For all our successes, the profits the homunculi have brought us would barely amount to a clink in the coffers of any wealth-in Ul'dahn trader. No, I smell something amiss. I would ask you for your expertise in investigating the matter. Walk the markets of Gridania and listen to word on the street. Should you hear of any shady dealings, return here and share them with me.
Oop, can't get back up. Okay. Should be in here. Any news? Do you take Parsimont, master of the market, for a common rumor monger? And to compound the insult, you come bearing not even a single eel pie. Oh, very well, I shall deign to answer, if for no other reason than that you seem unlikely to leave my sight until I do. Eel pie? I've never heard of an eel pie. All the talk about the markets of late has been the attacks of the Black Rabbit supply wagons, as you might have heard yourself if you had a pair of working ears. You know, that's just a little bit sus when you say it to an aura. With the damage visited by the calamity upon the land and its natural resources, trade has been slow to recover in Gridania these past few years. It's only with the wares brought in by traveling merchants from Ul'dah that these markets have been able to sustain this level of activity. The only local operation that has been able to bring in a steady profit is Black Rabbit Traders. What with their purchasing of items from adventurers and Macenta's recent efforts to employ that band of honey-tongued bards in publicizing their product, perhaps they've enjoyed a bit too much success for others' likings. It's both funny and annoying how similar free company advertising is to a door-to-door salesman. It really is. If I need a free company, I'll call you. Rumors, you say? Surprised you haven't heard them yourself. Can't take more than 2 steps these days without hearing of another attack on a Black Rabbit supply wagon. I've got my own theories as to the perpetrators, mind you, and they start with a certain Ul'dahn wench who I reckon ain't too happy about our rival's recent success. Evidence? Let's just call it instinct. I wouldn't trust an Ul'dahn half as far as I could throw one. I mean, to be fair, if it's a Lalafell, you might be able to throw her pretty far. Whoever could be behind these unpardonable crimes. What crimes, you say? Why, I speak of the vicious attacks on the Black Rabbit supply wagons, of course. I'm surprised you've not heard. The tales are so terrifying as to keep the bravest merchant up at night. My brother, Marcelord, stubborn as he is convinced that the Ul'dahns are pulling the strings. I, however, believe we should be wary against letting our prejudices color our views. Take Rishushu, for one. While many merchants only think of profit, she has spared no effort in studying Gridanian culture and trade, filing regular reports to Ul'dahn on the transactions made at these markets. As she tells it, she has taken an active role in promoting Gridanian wares in her own homestead and across the realm. My brother is entitled to his opinion, but I cannot see how any could question the girl's intentions. Okay, back this way again. Something tells me they're trying to ruin the musician part of the business. But wouldn't you just take him back in? Although if they signed a contract, they might not be able to sing for anyone else. So our recent troubles are the talk of the town. Little surprise that. To the rumor monger, the misfortune of others tastes as sweet as honeyed mead. I must say, the news that Rishushu is monitoring transactions at our markets is somewhat concerning. While I have no desire to race to conclusions, I believe caution is in order. There's more. While presenting herself as an independent merchant, I have reason to believe she procures a sizable portion of her stock through the Bay Arch Trading Company. Perhaps the name is unfamiliar to you. It is most often heard in connection with all manner of ill rumors, dealings in stolen goods, swindling unsuspecting customers, so on and so forth. Under normal circumstances, I want nothing to do with this band of thieves, but if they've set their sights on my honey-tongued homunculi, I simply refuse to turn a blind eye. Fortunately, I have an idea. I've prepared a certain document that should pique Rishushu's interest. I would ask that you deliver it to her and keep her distracted. I will take care of the rest. Okay, back at the markets. I kind of expected it to have me go all the way to Ul'dah. It's funny how bad these nations are once you dig a little bit deeper. Yeah, well, every society has its underbelly. It's basically what flavor are you willing to put up with?
Ah, my Senta, the only Gridanian I've met in my time who understands how to do business. Whatever brings her to... Yes, what can I do for you?
A long list of items purchased from adventurers by the Black Rabbit Traders.
A proposition for me, you say? I've been around far too long to fall for empty tales of easy profits and great windfalls. But very well, let us see what you would offer. This is...
Is it a merger?
A page from the Black Rabbit Ledgers, complete with a list of all wares purchased from adventurers, along with their selling and purchasing prices?
I'm just curious if she's going to propose a merger at the end.
With this knowledge, I can simply sell the wares that they offer at a discount, while raising the price on the goods not obtainable anywhere else. Simply by following the principles of good trade, I'll be able to make a fortune. My dear Senta, I know not what brings you here today, but it would appear you've come just in time to watch me win over your loyal customers. Your services today will not be forgotten. Come back in a fortnight's time, and I promise you'll receive a fair share in the profits. The information you provided will mean a fortune to us. Come back in a fortnight's time, and I promise you'll receive your fair share.
Or it could be a fake book, who knows? Is it a cooked book? Are these numbers real?
I cannot thank you enough. With your aid, the first step to my plan has been carried out to perfection. Now, my visitor should be arriving at any moment. Ah, thank you. As promised, here's your payment in full. What's that look for a friend? A smart businesswoman knows how to use all of her resources, if you understand what I mean. The fellow who just departed was one of Rishushu's underlings. I asked him to search his mistress's stall for 2 documents. The first one, which my new friend has dutifully delivered, is a contract with the homunculi. As I suspected, Rishushu aims to steal our profits, and seeks to accomplish this first and foremost by luring our elusive band of bards away from us. The other document I have acquired is a page from the latest report sent by Rishushu to Ul'dah. Notice the red mark along the major trading route, therefore? Assuming that Rishushu's associates at the Barrett Trading Company are in possession of the same document, I suspect this next attack on our supply cavern will strike right here, in the central shroud, due southwest from the White Wolf Gate. Such brazen acts of banditry cannot be permitted, yes? I beg of you, adventurer, hurry to the wood and give the would-be ambushers the drubbing they deserve. Should you find any evidence of a connection to those blackguards at Bert, deliver it to me at my place of business at the Knot.
If we do not act quickly, my sweet-tongued, fair-haired beauties will be lost to Gridania forever. Alright, away we go then. I think it might be better just to... technically, I don't know. Which would be faster? Central... Is none of these? This one is. Shrooms! Shrooms everywhere. Okay, they are all trained on me. I couldn't tell for a second if I needed to defend a guy. Just one? The shock took a year or two off my life, I reckon, but apart from that, I'm no worse for the wear. Can't thank you enough, friend. Sure, you have no part in this. Stop getting innocents involved in your bullshit. Oh, you're here. This is your shop. I've been here before. It hurts me to know that our man is safe. You have my thanks. Pray tell, were you able to find any evidence of a connection to those rogues at Baird? Trading company bill? Parchment documenting communal dealings with the bark trading company of Oda. Commercial, excuse me. Communal. Just as I suspected. Began as a mere speculation, but I dare say we've built ourselves the most convincing case. Yes, everything has come together. Shushu's reports on the flow of goods at the markets found their way to those scoundrels at Baird who, seizing upon the chance to make a quick profit, orchestrated the attacks on our suppliers. The stolen wares were hauled back to Baird, then sold for a pittance to Rishushu. With the goods now in high demand, she raised her prices, doubtless funneling a portion of the ample profits back into the Baird coffers. To add insult to injury, they were poised to use these ill-gotten gains, along with the timely troubles of Black Rabbit traders, to lure my precious homunculi away from me. Why, it's a plan so brilliant I wish I'd come up with it myself, but thanks to you, friend, it's plain that we've been spectacularly foiled. Augustino and the others come by just moments ago to say farewell. If we hurry, we can catch them before they depart. We must make for the airship landing without delay. I have on good account that Rishushu will be in attendance to see them off. Let us shove the evidence of the twisted dealings in her self-satisfied little face. Okay. Is it all the way at the airship landing, though? Or will it be a tad deeper? Yeah, it's gonna be beneath. Whee! Oops. There's an invisible wall there, I guess. Oh, do not cry, for your Orsifox may... Senta, 'twould pain my heart to see your beautiful countenance clouded so. It simply won't be the same without my Senta. That said, I hear that there's no dearth of buxom beauties in Ul'dah. Come to see us off, have you? The gesture is truly appreciated, but worry not. We shall return to Gridania someday, though I cannot guarantee that tickets to our performances will be easy to come by. Came for your share, have you? Patience, friend. Fortunes are not made in a day. Or do you have another proposition for me? Contract copy. A copy of the exclusive employment contract drawn up by Rishushu and signed by the homunculi. An investigation copy of a report conducted by Rishushu documenting trade. We have proof of your shade. Well now, what have we... Well, I never. Just whose side are you on, anyhow? The moogles, apparently. He employs me.
This adventurer kindly rescued one of our wagons from a band of bloodthirsty brigands, brigands who just so happened to be in possession of the bill you now see. Meanwhile, I have managed to come into the possession of detailed reports on the trading activities, signed in your name and addressed to the Bear Trading Company. Quite the coincidence, wouldn't you say?
Ladies, please, this bickering ill becomes of your beautiful features. Rishushu, did you say that you would donate a share of your profits to see Black Rabbit traders through their recent plight?
Brigands? What nonsense is this? Any reports I made to Ul'dah were simply in the interest of fostering trade. That my contact at Barrett would use them to such ill ends is unthinkable. Well, given their reputation, perhaps not entirely so. I suspected as much. Let me guess. You had your misgivings, but couldn't let your conscience get in the way when there were fortune to be had. So you cast your lot with Barrett, covered your eyes and ears, and hoped for the best. Ignorance of your complicity is no excuse for Shushu. I heard that the Woodwheelers in God's Quiver are taking particularly severe measures regarding the sale of stolen and poached goods in light of recent events. A word or two from me, and you'll spend the night in the comfort of your very own gal cell. That said, I must still be persuaded to look the other way, provided we can come to some sort of agreement.
My darling Mycenta, speaking as an almost victim of these shady schemes, I dare say Miss Rishushu's deed should not go unpunished. Then again, one might argue that it might be an equal crime to imprison such a comely lass.
Sever all ties with the Barrett Trading Company at once, and promise me you'll never so much as lay a finger on my precious homunculi again. These are my conditions, and they are not negotiable. Never again. You have my word. Starting on the morrow, every merchant in the markets will vouch that they've never seen a trader as reputable as Rishushu.
There's no putting anything past you, my dear. No, is there? Brilliant and beautiful. Now there's a lass worthy of song.
Says he who is ready to bolt for the desert at the call of the highest bidder. Puh! Consider yourself fortunate that when it comes to business, I can hold my own with anyone in Ul'dah, or the realm for that matter. With the help of a few good friends, that is.
Bold and beautiful. Oh, how could we ever have so much as thought of parting ways? Just so. Why, I've never seen a woman more willing and able to use all the resources at her disposal to overcome any obstacle in her path. Remind me never to end up on your bad side again, my dear.
Stick to your songwriting and singing and leave the financial affairs to me. And I don't foresee us having any more problems. Do we have an understanding?
We do. We most certainly do. Mycenta, my dear, you are a veritable sheer force of nature. I cannot imagine any who would dare stand in your way.
I'll be watching your future performances, and our ledgers, with great interest. Here's to a profitable relationship for years and years to come.
The Great Moogle Mafia, indeed. Especially in some games.
Level 10!
Alright. To Limsa. Where's my moogle? Go this way. Of siblings and side whiskers. Oh wait, that's the aesthetician. I can't say that word.
Now here's the kind of enthusiasm I like to see. My hardest working assistant, back to hone their skills and ease their beloved supervisor's burden in the process, Kupo. Well, it just so happens that I've just the assignment for you. Do you see this most extravagant envelope in my paw? It contains a missive addressed to none other than one Master Jandalane, the realm-renowned aesthetician. Oh, what I would not give to have my whiskers trimmed by those magic scissors, to feel the caress of his fine-toothed comb across my fur. Ahem, but this is neither hither nor thither, Kupo.
Doesn't cutting your whiskers decrease your senses, though?
But where were we? Oh yes, I need not tell you that the man is very, devoted to his art. Doubtless he would not even think of accepting such personal correspondence while otherwise occupied with his work. Fortunately, I'm told that it's been sighted around town as of late, enjoying a hard-earned vacation, seeking inspiration for his newest hairstyles. I cannot say, only if there's any opportunity to deliver this letter, it is now. Godspeed, my little friend, Kupo.
Okay, where are we going? Can't tell what floor that's on. Upper. Okay. I'm assuming this is maybe part of the Kappa event, just because I don't really know why else this would be here. You love MGP? Then you best get yourself over to the Gold Saucer and make the most of the 50% bonus rewards, an offer during the season's limited time event. Did I mention it's only for a limited time, including the expansion up to level 70 in Heavensward? It's like reflexive to some people at this point. Again? I thought she liked her hairstyle.
Wedded bliss, eternal happiness, mine at long last, and I have this man to thank for it all. How can I even begin to express my gratitude?
What a ravishing lady. Her husband-to-be is quite a fortunate man. Would you not... You're... got a delivery for me. Perfumed letter. A letter to the aesthetician, written in an elegant hand whose loops and flourishes exclude naught but sophistication. Rival? I fear there must be some mistake. I can assure you that this letter is not intended for me, as it was I who penned it. Well, if we can't find who to give it to, we return to sender, sir. That said, I suppose 'tis no wonder that I'm oft mistaken for my brother. We do share a certain family resemblance. Yeah, wait a minute. The other guy is green in his hair. I was gonna say, you're not the dude.
Your brother? Why, now that you mention it, good gods, you're like two JPs in a pod. And wait a moment, I know you too. You're the one who brought about my rebirth, the one who guided me from the shadows of self-doubt to a fashionable new world of assurance and aplomb. To think that the man I first thought some depraved killer would prove to be my savior, and it was you, yes you, who showed me the light. Why, thanks to you two, one of my most eligible bachelors in all of Limsa now seeks my hand in marriage.
I dare say, my lady, this comes as a little surprise. Only a blind man or a fool could fail to recognize your radiant beauty.
Quite the charmer you are, but you must understand, it was your brother who brought about this beauty inside me. Outside, technically. Should you encounter him in your travels, do pass along my gratitude, master.
But where are my manners? I am Gwilfrance of House... Well, you are not likely to know us, but perhaps you do know of House Desmail, with whom we share a common ancestry. You mean the Darkhold? It is a matter related to my house, more precisely. Its line of succession that has brought me to this nation. Our father, you see, has been stricken with an illness most grave. Though he yet clings to life, his strength wanes with each passing day. In a moon's time, he will need an heir, and there is only one man in the realm who can fill that role. For the past 5 years, I've said nothing as my elder brother idled away his days crafting coifers, but I can remain silent no longer. A duty far greater than the trimming of locks calls Jandalain back to Ishgard, and I shall not leave this realm until he stands at my side.
Ah, Master Jandalain is of noble birth? He always did have a most dignified air about him. Are you looking for your brother? He mentioned something about heading off to procure a new comb. Only the finest of tools for my wedding day, he said.
Yes, but if he spirits him away, you won't have him there for your wedding day, will you? It's probably one of those quit your business and become a noble who just lounges around and signs paperwork to fuck over the poor. A comb. The Carpenters Guild is located in the nation of Gridania, is it not? I suspect that is where we'll find my brother. We must away at once. I trust that you will see this missive delivered safely to my brother's hands. I have a pressing matter to attend to, but will join you in Gridania as soon as I am able. Safe travels to you and good day. I'll learn more about the noble houses of Ishgard and Heavensward. Yeah, I kind of figured, since that's where a new location that'll be opened.
Well, that young man certainly dashed off in a hurry. If you have a mind to deliver the letter to his brother, you'd best make for the Carpenter's Guild, and quickly.
And back to Gridania we go! Since I know that's where some of the new jobs are.
If you better hurry. Oh, I simply cannot wait to see what magic Master Jandlane will work upon these locks for my wedding day.
What character will you become this time, since you currently have Lightning's hairstyle? Great. Walls. Walls, walls, walls. I could scarce believe the tales that Master Beaton tells. Have the years away from Ishgard truly changed my brother so? I mean, do you not know he's an aesthetician? I can't say that word. You might be in for a surprise. Looking for Jandlane, are you? I just told his brother. The man conducted his business, then went on his way. How can my brother so flippantly forsake duty and family? It makes not a whit of sense. Perhaps not to you. It would seem you've thoroughly convinced yourself that Jandlane is the one best suited for this duty you would ask of him. You would suggest he is not? I'll stand not by while you besmirch my brother's good name. While it is true that in recent days he's little more than a glorified beard trimmer. Sir, I saw Jandlane serve as our father's right hand since he was scarcely a man grown. He'll be the very paragon of duty and honor, an example to all around him. Calm yourself, boy. I hold your brother in the highest esteem. It is precisely for this reason that I speak as I do. Allow me to tell you a tale. Once upon a time, there lived a young carpenter. He was possessed of some talent and great zeal for his craft, and his masters were convinced that the boy would come to great things in the guild. But the road to success is fraught with many perils. After suffering the loss of a close friend, the youth began to lose his way. Why is close friend mentioned in that manner? Racked with despair, he let both body and mind go to waste. His close-cropped coif grew to a rampant snarl, obscuring his field of vision, and getting tangled in his hands as he wielded his hammer. His work suffered, and his masters began to ask if he might not consider another profession. One day, as he shambled to the workshop, he was ambushed by a strange man wielding twin blades. Before he could even realize what was happening, his tangled locks lay on the ground in a scattered heap. In that moment, he came to a realization. Thanking the man for his services, he returned to his workshop. As if by magic, the youth wielded his tools with newfound focus and confidence. Works of surpassing quality emerged from his hands, and he reclaimed his status as the guild's rising star. Today he stands before you as Timbermaster, wearing his hair in the same fashion as he did the day of his rebirth. Oh, it's you, talking about yourself. Plant a sapling in the 12's wood, and one day it shall grow into a mighty oak. Planted on a snowy crag in Kurthus, and it is not like to survive the first winter. If you would seek out your brother, pray consider those words. You will find him at the Alchemist Guild in Ul'dah. I thank you, my good man. While I cannot say the morale of this tale is immediately clear to me, I will take some time to ponder your words on my journey. Fare thee well. That sometimes a new look can help you through the trauma of losing someone close to you. Like a sturdy cedar growing strong and true, that boy, but allow cedar to dry over much and it is quick to splinter and shatter. You seek the Jandlane too? Pray watch over the brothers of his. I trust his journey will take him further than he can even imagine. And send my regards to Severine. Ul'dah. There's a reason so many people get haircuts post-breakup. Okay, Alchemist Guild. The stubborn fool will tell me nothing. I dare say conversing with the walls of Snowcloak would prove more fruitful. No, he's just like that. You, too, come in search of Jin Lane, but do I look like the man's mother? He has business here, and that business is now done. He has moved on, and I suggest the two of you do the same. I need not tell you that I am a busy man. How many times must I repeat myself? Simply tell me where my brother has gone, and I'll be glad to leave you to your dabblings and tinkerings. I beg of you, friend, talk some sense into this man. I can't. He's so insane, he revived the dead. I cannot. Surely, in your capacity as the post-moogle's assistant, your words carry something of authority. They really don't. The order could come from the Sultana herself, and I would say nothing. Sending a man of such rare genius off to some musty-drearious guardian manse? Why, the mere thought makes my blood boil. If you care so much for your family demons, go and defend it yourself. Would that I could, but I fear I am not, and never have been, my brother's equal. Yes, any halfwit could see that. Jen Lane is possessed of both a brilliant mind and an insatiable curiosity, a combination I have rarely seen in any but myself. You, on the other hand, are but as sharp as a sack of rocks, and half as interesting. If there's anyone fit to be bound by the stuffy traditions of your homeland, I dare say it's you. That was kind of going to be my suggestion, like, why not you do it? But wait, yes, of course. I take everything back I said earlier. By all means, go seek out your brother. Indeed, I urge you to do so with all haste. See the rainbow he has become. I don't think he realizes, like, just how flamboyant his brother has become compared to stuffy Ishgard. Like, please, do, go see him. Jen Lane set off for the Adventurers Guild in Limsa. Make your way there at once, lest I pour some acid down your trousers to speed you on your way. I know not what led to this change of heart, my good man, and yet I thank you for seeing reason. Good day. He's messing with you. It's not good reason. I mean, technically it's not a bad reason either. Oh, the boy's a fool, but an amusing fool, which I must say is the best kind. And you, what are you still doing here? Were you not after Jen Lane yourself? Off to Limsa with you. I suspect there will be quite the show, and you'll not want to be late. Okay, we're looping back to Limsa. It's time for rainbow, sunshine, and sparkles. To a man of Kurthus who's seen only gray. Actually, it's yeah, it's up top by the F castle. I have traveled long and far, and finally I have found you. Do you hear me, brother? Father needs our help, and none save you can follow in his proud footsteps. Has he not noticed any of this? I could have sworn there was green instead of purple, or maybe he changes it, I don't know. A letter for me. As you can see, I'm somewhat occupied at the moment. But for you, darling, anything. Remarkable, friend. To travel the realm thrice over to deliver my missive to my brother. You're a true exemplar to messengers everywhere. Well spoken, brother mine. I have found myself quite taken with this adventurer as well. It's as if we share a mind. If you feel this way, brother, then why do you resist our calling? Father needs you. I need you. How long do you intend to persist in this folly? When did you become such a dreadful bore, my dear brother? Have the chill winds of our homeland frozen that once beating heart inside of you? I'm simply answering the call of family and duty. A call that I thank you to heed as well. You're the eldest son. None can carry on the family line. In these 5 years, the child I knew has grown into a man, and yet there is an unsightliness about you. The meekness, this timidity does not befit you. My hands tingle in disgust. Brother, what is it that you say? You're about to get a makeover, that's what he says. Just as I live, this unspeakable embodiment of ugliness must die. Begone, foul demon. Ye gads, no! What the? How? Hair extensions woven from the tail hair of jet black eastern steed. He's wearing horsehair on his head. A mustache plucked from a mighty behemoth's mane. Tell me, brother, how do you feel? Why, it's as if the shadows of self-doubt have been purged from my soul, cast away by the light of singular, unwavering confidence. I feel like a man. Where once stood a faltering child, now stands a man brave and bold. Who knew that long locks and facial hair could be so empowering? It's as if I have died and been born anew. Just so, brother, you were always meant to follow in Father's footsteps, just as I was to pursue this path of my own. I have simply brought out the man that was always inside of you. A most happy name day to a brother reborn. He looks more like a boring man, but it fits his personality! It fits! The words of Masters Beaten and Sovereign. It all seems so clear now. Good gods, how could I have been so blind? Forgive me for mocking your art, brother. For the people of this realm need you, that much is clear. Worry not for father, or for our lands. Yes, I shall return to Ishgard and do our family proud. For all those years that I looked to my brother with admiration, I never truly comprehended his greatness until this day. For this, I have you to thank, friend, till our paths cross again. It may also be that he wanted to keep the flamboyancy to himself. Let my boring brother have a new look, so that I may shine brightly in my own way. Level 11. With your successful delivery, your reputation as a letter carrier has grown. It is funny that they don't look alike anymore. I think that's somewhat on purpose, though. Let me be an aesthet... I can't say aesthetician. In my own space. But with that, we're kind of coming up on lost time, so depending on how long the next one takes, if it takes 20 minutes, I might not be able to finish, so this may be what we end up calling it, since I can't think of any other timed stuff or whatever. What was in my inventory? Let's check really quick. What did I get? Oh, I get another token to change my hair. Nice. Actually, let me mend a few things so I can start putting them away. Yeah, some of these needed fixed. But yeah, we are almost done with Black Mage at this point in time, and I think I'm gonna go White Mage next, just to get myself used to healing before I go over to Arcanist. I can't think if there's anything else. Black Mage, White Mage, Arcanist. Is that all that's left? Let me look it up really quick. Uh, 14. Oops. Jobs. Job guide. Nope, that ain't it. Wrong one. This one. Archer, Thaumaturge. Rogue. That's done. Wait, where is Scholar? Oh, it's up top. Yeah, Arcanist, Summoner, Scholar, and White Mage. So yeah, White Mage, Scholar, Summoner. Those are the last three, and they're all tied to Arcanist. Well, not all tied. Conjurer, and then Scholar and Summoner are tied to Arcanist. So we're almost done with the job stuff. We are getting really darn close. So yeah, we are basically gonna straight shot towards the end here. Let's put this in my inventory so it doesn't get lost. Stuff it in the armoire. And then I'll probably take a quick break from Final Fantasy XIV around the graphics update, just because since I do have crap internet, I know a ton of people are gonna pop on all at once. So just like with Genshin and Star Rail, I never do the update day of. I always give it a little while, just because otherwise overloaded servers mixed with my internet means everything goes to shit. So yeah, I'm nearly finished with ARR. When I finish ARR, I might do a few things like the expert dungeons, or I might even I might try and see. I don't know how I'm gonna do those. I might either make them their own like separate thing once I'm in Heavensward, or I might try to get better equipment to do them now for story purposes, even if it's just going through Bahamut solo if I can. I don't know. I don't know if I'm strong enough to do it. I don't know going about it. I might not have a numbered video. It might just come to the tail end much later in a patch. Because I do want to do it. I would give it at least 3 days. Yeah. And I want to work on other stuff because I'm still coming back to Final Fantasy XIV, but with so many things coming out in like June and July that I want to get to, it's going to be a little bit of a rough scramble for my schedule, so I might take at least a week or two off from Final Fantasy just to work on some new projects, or work on updated projects, I should say. So I won't be gone long. I'll still come back to it, but because of the whole excitement and bad internet and all these other things coming out exactly the same time, my poor schedule, this is one of the games that you don't have to be on it quite as much. Dawn Trail will be here for the foreseeable future, as will all of Heavensward and future patches, so I'm less worried about that, whereas like Genshin has events and stuff that's like, you gotta get it done this week, or else. So, kind of like the one I streamed earlier. So, I'll find a way to make it work. I'm just saying my projects might get shuffled around a little bit in the meantime, and I might take a little bit of a break just to also keep myself from getting burned out and do things in between. So we'll see. We'll see, prior to getting there. Would recommend trying the coils before Heavensward as some stuff is relevant. Yeah, that's another reason too. So I might try getting like some higher tier equipment off of like the marketplace, for example. I won't use it in the MSQ. Once I'm done with these expert dungeons, I'll like put it away for a while until it's time to actually use it again. Once I would be at that point naturally, so I don't overpower myself. But in order to get it done, especially if I do it solo, I will have to get better gear to be able to survive doing that dungeon. So either do it in a party, which won't be live streamed because sometimes syncing up to those can take hours. I'll never know when I get in, but yeah, I'm trying to coordinate it at least. So that's just how things are for a current schedule, that there might, just letting people know, be a little bit of a lull. And hopefully my character doesn't get too borked in the graphics update. I haven't checked what they would look like. Hopefully it doesn't go too bad and I don't look too ooh-woo at the end. Not a fan. But, yeah. Zenless Zone Zero is coming out. I want to try that. There's going to be more Honkai Star Rail stuff that's updating around that same time. Other games, etc. So, we'll just do what we have time to do and try to make the best of it. But since Final Fantasy XIV is one of those ones that sticks around for a while, it's less concerning to get to it. I'm not as on strict of a time limit, which I'm so grateful for. There'll be a new quest with the free character change. Yeah, I know about the free character change, but I also don't want to change away from this particular character. I designed them this way for a very particular reason, based off of an old OC I had, and I don't really want to change it from that, so hopefully they don't work it up too bad. But with that, this is probably where I'm going to call it for now. Schedule will be what it be, depending on time, depending on how hot it gets. The hotter it gets, the harder it is for me to stream too, especially for long periods of time. Otherwise, I could actually give myself heat stroke up here, and I don't want to do that, since I can't have any of the fans running while I'm recording. Otherwise, these are loud fans. You guys would know, like, instantaneously, so... Loud fans, loud neighbors, etc. And work, you know? Good old-fashioned regular work, regular job. So we'll see. We'll see how it all comes together, but let it be known I'm doing my best. So with that, for now, this is where I'm going to call it completely. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined. Hopefully we'll finish A Realm Reborn relatively soon, as well as all job quests and other stuff. And I hope to see you all in future streams. Bye-bye!